this is Jessica Fox filming for VETT222 Task 3. We are going to prepare and stain a blood film using two different techniques, the handheld method and tabletop method. First, I will show you the OCCI approved certificate here at the Lafayette Veterinary Clinic and all my supplies. I have the Diff Quick Stain, the Fixative Stain 1 and Stain 2. I have my lab wipes, microscope slides, my EDTA blood, and lab wipes, distilled water, writing utensils, and my goggles. Oh, and the microhematocrit tubes. All right, so let's get started. The first step is to gently invert the blood 4 to 6 times. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is grab one of these microhematocrit tubes and insert it into the blood to draw up some of the sample. Okay. I'm going to grab a lab wipe here to wipe the outside of the tube. And we'll start with the handheld method. All right, so we're going to hold the microscope slide with our thumb and index finger with the frosted side towards your body. What we're going to do is place a drop 1 centimeter away from the frosted edge, and this is our sample slide and our spreader slide. So once we place the drop of blood, I'll go ahead and just show you what we're gonna do here. At a 45-degree angle, so what I did is I pulled it back towards my body and allowed the blood to spread on the slide here, and then rapidly and evenly pushed off like away from me. Okay, so that's the handheld method. We'll go ahead and move on to the tabletop method. And same sort of deal, 1 centimeter away from the frosted edge, we're gonna place a drop of blood and get a fresh spreader slide. And at a 45-degree angle, go ahead and spread it like that. So I'll have you take a look at these slides, and I just want to point out a few different things here. They are, let's see, an inch on the slide here, and slightly narrower than the width of the slide, and a slight feathered edge at the end here. And then we see that the sample goes from a thicker sample down to a thinner sample. And the reason for this is because the thinner sample is going to show more evenly spread and not clumped together. So you can more easily see the morphology of cells. It's easier to count and assess when you're looking at it under the microscope. So we'll go ahead and allow these to dry butt end down. Right over here. All right, so now that these slides are properly dried, we're going to go ahead and stain them. So I'll take this one first, and what we're going to do is 10 1-second dips in each of these stains. So we'll go ahead and start with the fixative. And that's 10, so moving on to stain 1. And that's 10 again, so we'll move on to the last stain. And 10. So the next step is to take this over to the sink with your distilled water. And with the butt end down, show you right there, we're gonna just spray this off with distilled water. Nice and good. Okay, and then we will again allow this to dry but end down, and go ahead and stain the second slide. So again, 10 1-second dips in each. All right, so that's 10. And 10 more, so moving on. And 10. So once again, we'll head on over to our sink. And with the butt end down, go ahead and rinse this off. And we will also allow this one to air dry, butt end down, and then we'll be back to finish the task. All right, so now that they're dry, the very last step is just properly labeling them. So using a pencil with the frosted side up, we are going to label with the patient ID. And his ID number. The species, which is he's a canine. And the date is 1/22. All right, I want to make sure we label both of them. All right, and this completes task 3.